Hi, I'm Bean and welcome back to 1126. Today I'm going to show you guys how to tie-dye trendy shirts and pants. How to trendy tie-dye all your clothes.
I just bought a new whip. Spend a couple thousand just to cruise it. Shawty said she love me, but I swear she'll never prove it. I never tell her, but I put it in the music. Well, that's okay.
So step one, you need to figure out what clothes you want to dye. I have a plethora. This neon green shirt that I got at a secondhand shop in Korea. Then I have this Todoroki shirt that I just bought from Hot Topic. And we're gonna see what it does to this print. In theory, I watched a few videos. It should be fine. And then I also have these white pants that I also got from Hot Topic when I got this shirt, simply because they were on sale and I saw the potential. We love Hot Topic. Now step two is to get these damp. So we're gonna wet all of these. Not all tie-dye methods require this. Actually, I think you can do it with any of them though. It just depends on if you want to use less dye. If you do it damp, it will help. It kind of like bleeds into the fabric, if you catch my drift, if it's damp. So step three is to really sort of visualize the design in your head. The design that I want to do is called crinkle dyeing. I was inspired by things that sort of look like this. I think that this is sort of my favorite type of tie-dye. I think it's really trendy right now because I'm using black on literally everything. I think that black just looks really great with this sort of effect. So with that being said, it's time to arrange our garments. I guess that's step four. Step four, for the crinkle dye, what you do is, the reason why we got these wet is you literally take them and just sort of bunch them up. What I really like about this is that there's no rubber bands involved. It's very simple and straightforward. This is my first time trying it. Listen to me talk. This is my first time trying this, so I hope it turns out okay. But so far it's been really easy. So step number 5 is going to be to mix up our dye. This is just the little tulip dye that you find at every craft store. You fill it up to the fill line. It's very straightforward. I'm just gonna do that. So now that we have our dye all mixed up and our gloves on, normally, you might also want to like protect your clothes, but since it's black and my uniform is all black, I'm really not worried about it. We did protect our workspace, of course. That's very important. That probably should have been in step 1, but we can move on to step 6, which is to apply. Okay, I mean, here goes nothing. I'm really scared, but you basically just apply it all over each of the garments. It will bleed a lot since it's wet. I'm gonna try to be careful and we're gonna save the Todoroki shirt for last. So it is spreading a lot. I'm gonna try to, why does it look almost blue, this dye? I guess it's a very blue black, but I'm trying to be kind of conservative at first. Oh. But what I like about it being wet is that it really spreads the dye well. I think I just said that, but I didn't finish my thought. My thought is that it doesn't look like blobs, you know? Looks cool. Looks more like a wash. I think I'm happy with that amount. So now I'm just going to, I say as I keep going. I just keep forgetting that there's gonna be a lot of white on the inside, you know? So let me just, okay. Okay, I'm happy with that amount. I'm gonna give it like a few seconds just to make sure that everything's nice and spread, and then we're going to carefully rotate the pants. So I ran out. I don't think this is enough to cover that whole shirt. And since this is my favorite one anyway, I think I'm just gonna see how these turn out. And then I'm gonna have to do this one at a later time. But yeah, so now we have to let these sit for 6 to 8 hours. And then we're gonna rinse it out, I guess. I mean, honestly, I'll just come back to you guys with a finished result so that you're not bored, but this is what we got going so far. I guess I'm just gonna throw her in the dryer and yeah. Okay, so my experiments are all done. This is the final result. These are the pants. So I actually really like the way that it ended up dyeing. I like the pattern of it, if that makes sense. I really like how there's like a few little small buddies, but then also like a lot of really big dyed areas. Yeah, we're gonna try these on. As you can see, it definitely came out blue, which I was not expecting at all. Like literally blue, like not black in any way, shape, or form. I can definitely still see myself wearing it with like a big t-shirt, or we could even belt it up and do like a tiny top, big bottom moment. But I don't know. kind of whack, honestly. I don't know, it's just literally blue. That's the opposite of my vibe. I would never wear blue denim. I really wish that they came out black. However, because I got these pants on sale for super cheap, I really can't be that mad about it. Experiment number 2 came out a lot more marbled. I put a little bit more dye on this one specifically. What I really like about it is how it didn't dye the synthetic fiber threads. So it has this really cool like green thread that even goes through the dyed places of the shirt. So I think that that kind of makes it look intentional and nice. This also has a blue hue too, so just know if you're gonna be buying the tulip dye, it clearly is kind of just like a dark navy blue. I don't know why. It looks much better over the green though, kind of like a cool toned charcoaly color. Generally, I'm way more happy with how this turned out than the pants. I think it just made the shirt a little bit more trendy. I feel like the whole highlighter thing is slowly dying out. I was just kind of getting sick of this shirt, so I think that this really helped spice it up. My third and final experiment is probably the biggest question mark. I don't know. So what happened was, as you guys saw, I ran out of dye, so I ended up having to go buy more at Michael's. They were sold out of everything except one pack of black RIT dye. And I remember reading before that you could RIT dye, like tie-dye RIT dye. Dye. But with the RIT dye, it seems like it's the opposite of the tulip dye. It comes out very warm to the point that it almost looks brown. Not a single thing that I dyed actually ended up black, which is just great. Weirdly enough, I think this one's my favorite because I would personally be more inclined to wear like a browny beige dirt color than I would be to ever wear blue. What else is interesting is that I read online that RIT dye is not supposed to color prints technically because it only picks up to like natural fibers, but it definitely did stain the print. I actually have a RIT dye video on my personal channel in which people ask all the time if you can dye printed shirts, and I guess I found out today that the answer is no. What is great about the RIT dye though is that it kind of created an interesting texture. I think mainly because it just doesn't dissolve as well as the tulip dye. It came out kind of powdery, but I really don't mind it. I think that it added a really cool texture, and this t-shirt came out as my favorite, like texture and design wise. So yeah, if any of you guys know where to get black dye that actually turns black, make sure you let me know. But otherwise, if you were thinking of tie-dyeing shirts using just tulip dye or RIT dye in the way that I did, you know, the little crinkle fashion, I hope this video was helpful, but I don't know, it was really just a big experiment. This is the first time that I have tie-dyed clothes since like middle school. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to 1126, and I will talk to you later.